Bola Tinubu has appealed to agitators to suspend the nationwide strike and pave way for his government's developmental plans to materialize. The president addressed the nation earlier today when he commiserated with families of those who died in some states. State House correspondent Femi Akonde has details in this report.
President Bola Tinubu speaks after 3 days of nationwide protests that turned violent in some parts of the country. He acknowledged the legitimate cause of the protest, but he is saddened by the deaths recorded and destruction of property that has clearly set back the country.
I commiserate with the families and relations of those who have died in the protest. We must stop further bloodshed, violence and destruction.
As Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, President Bola Tinubu insists he has a constitutional duty to ensure order and has called on protesters to suspend all demonstrations.
I hereby enjoin protesters and the organizers to suspend any further protest and create room for dialogue, which I have always acceded to at the slightest opportunity.
In his state broadcast, President Tinubu painted a picture of the state of the nation. He talked about how his administration has worked hard in the interest of the country by pulling the economy up from a near collapse to a stage of growth and recovery.
Last month, we increased our oil production to 1.61 million barrels per day, and our gas assets are receiving the attention they deserve. Investors are coming back, and we have already seen 2 foreign direct investments signed, over $500 million since then.
The president announced that the debt burden on the country is becoming lighter, with about 68% of revenue spent on debt service, compared to 97% when he assumed office 14 months ago. Also, revenue generation has significantly improved within this period.
On the fiscal side, aggregate government revenue has more than doubled, hitting over 9.1 trillion naira in the first half of 2024, compared to the first half of 2023, due to our efforts at blocking leakages, introducing automation, and mobilizing funds creatively without additional burden on the people.
Nigeria's oil and gas sector, which for now is still the mainstay of the economy, is showing signs of growth as the administration is gradually ramping up daily production of crude oil. President Tinubu says attention has been shifted to exploring the potentials and opportunities provided by the country's abundant gas resources through the implementation of the compressed natural gas initiative to power the transportation economy and bring down costs.
We have started the distribution of conversion kits and setting up of conversion centers across the country in conjunction with the private sector. We believe that this CNG initiative will reduce transportation costs by approximately 60% and help to curb inflation.
President Tinubu urged youth that make up a significant fraction of the country's population to take advantage of programs and policies specifically targeted at meeting their growing demands.
We have introduced the Skill Up Artisans Program, SUPER, the Nigerian Youth Academy, NIA, and the National Youth Talent Export Program, NATEP.
Also, medium and small-scale enterprises have been given a lifeline that has created more than 240,000 jobs, and large manufacturers are getting single-digit credit to boost productivity.
75,000 beneficiaries have processed to receive our 1 million micro and small business single-digit interest loans starting this month. We have also built 10 MSME hubs
President Tinubu's administration have always said food security is a priority, and efforts are also strengthened in collaboration with the subnational governments to improve the food value chain and also empower farmers across the country.
We are providing incentives to farmers to increase food production at affordable prices. I have directed that tariffs and other import duties should be removed on rice, wheat, maize, sorghum, and drugs, and other pharmaceutical medical supplies for the next 6 months.
In all this, President Tinubu hopes citizens will show understanding despite their genuine pain and frustration that triggered nationwide protests. But he also urged security agencies to continue to maintain peace, law, and order. For Nigerians, they wait to see in the coming days as government's programs and policies will begin to meaningfully impact on their lives and livelihood. Femi Akonde, TVC News, Abuja.